Now, from across the tri-states, this is KHQA Sports.
And top of the evening, everybody, and welcome to what is the last sports final of the calendar year 2012.
Yeah, a little bit hard to believe, and we pulled out all the stops with all the holiday hoops hoopla you can handle, including a very big night for both of the Quincy schools.
We'll start with the Blue Devils tonight at Collinsville, second round, taking on the 3-seed Springfield Southeast. The Blue Devils, the underdog in this game. They started off that way. Tough first half for the Devils, but Martin Kvitli would eventually prevail. Great take from him right here. Ended up with 23 points, had a rough night at the free throw stripe, but ended up shooting very well in the second half. Sean Taylor not happy. His team didn't defend well early. This is Herman Sr. Great take for that young man who was nigh unstoppable at times in this game. How about more from Southeast, which built a nice lead in the first half, but the Blue Devils come all the way back, get the victory tonight, and advance on to the championship semifinals tomorrow as Quincy High pulls off the win 51-44 is your final. Up next for the Blue Devils, a showdown with another upset winner tonight. That would be Collinsville, the host team, knocking off Glenwood and Peyton Allen, which means the Blue Devils and Collinsville will renew their long-standing hostilities tomorrow at 2:30. We'll have those highlights for you coming up tomorrow on the Big Overtime Show. Quincy Notre Dame in action today as well. We'll get to them in just a second.
We'll take it to Carrollton first. Griggsville Perry going against Greenview Tornadoes, trying to book a reservation in the title game. That's a nice take there from Dryden Craven, who cuts inside for two. Tornadoes fell behind early, but then they got their shooting going from just about everybody. Hayden Bradshaw for three right there. Later on, a little more Dryden Craven off the assist, just pulls up. Nobody's going to guard him. He's just going to shoot it, knock it down confidently. Griggsville took an early lead in the first quarter. How about Matthew Kennedy off the inbound, streaking to the hoop. More good points from them. Then Bradshaw's going to get the leaner coming in here off the glass. As I mentioned, Griggsville, a bit of a slow start, but they really got it going. They led 21-5 after a quarter of play. Craven, you'll see here, is going to get his own miss, clean it up himself. And Griggsville Perry is going to the title game in a tournament which they've never won, so good stuff for the Tornadoes.
Indeed, let's check some scores now. First of all, I'll start you off with that Quincy Notre Dame score from earlier. It was Quincy Notre Dame beating Fieldcrest tonight 46-44. That means the Raiders are one more win away from defending their State Farm crown as they get the victory. As I said, 46-44. Just stay where you're at with the graphics. We'll get there in a second. I promise you, Q&D playing tomorrow either against Providence St. Mel or against Rockford Lutheran, so we'll know that later because that game's going on as we speak. Elsewhere, as you saw there at the Centralia tournament, Jacksonville, a winner tonight. They're heading on to the semifinals as they end up beating Centralia, the host team, 39-30. Also at the Waverly tournament tonight, West Central out of championship contention, beaten by North Mac in the semifinals, 48-42. Earlier in the day, Rout a winner over Greenfield. Another double-double for the big fella Brent Long, and Auburn tonight thrashes Triopia 80-52 in the backdraw. More for you now at the MVIT. Payson Seymour and Southeastern going at it. Todd Fox's team off to a good start in this one, trying to pull off the upset. Ryan Slater, who has been lights out in these gyms of late with a nice jumper there. Then Winston Smith going to run the floor off the rebound right here and put Southeastern up ahead in the early going in this ball game. No fear, though, out of Payson Seymour. They would weather the storm. Lance Bulig about to get his thing done. A little larceny and layup action at the other end. You know what he does. There it is, the felony and the finger roll for him. Slater trying to answer back in this game. He'll come up with a corner here, three. Just too much of Payson Seymour in this game. They had plenty of fight left in this one to get back over the top. First, it's Jake Voss. Oh, yeah, there's some fight for you. It's Jake Voss right here coming up with a nice take straight to the hole against contact, the two and the bucket. And how about some Cody Hildebrand to beat the buzzer just before halftime? All good for Payson Seymour. They dodged the bullet tonight and win. Woo, that's a nice shot, 62-58. They would face the winner of this game, Ross.
Unity versus Liberty. We start you off with the biggest/littlest Unity fan in the building. Good stuff there. Lane Davis had a huge night. Going to go in here off the rebound, clean it up in the post. He is just a monster down low, but also Ike Murfin is kind of the same guy down there as well. Uses his size to answer back for Liberty, pushing him around, gets one in off the glass. But Davis, on the other side of things, he will do the exact same thing. Get this, Davis finishes with 31 points tonight, along with 12 rebounds. Unity builds a early lead, a big early lead. Later on, you'll see Michael Blewett here is going to get the ball off the block from Murfin. He'll run it out, but Unity is going to get this win. Liberty does close the gap late, but Unity does win 60-57, meaning it's a Unity Payson title game at the MVIT CIT tomorrow.
Let's move on to the Macomb Western Tournament. Ross, you've got highlights tonight. Let's check out the early action today as we go to the West Hancock game taking on Rockridge.
Yes, this is from earlier today. Austin Hardy and company trying to get some more 9 a.m. magic going, trying to get to the 5th place game. Paxton Harmon's going to get it going here. The drive, little spin, the fall away, that's just good stuff. He's got moves all over the floor. Later on, it's going to be Harmon once again. Now he's going to Gibbs, and Harmon actually ended this game with 14 points. Gibbs, though, the bigger day with 21, as it would be the half-court shot, though, from Rockridge. Here you see Gibbs. He's going to work inside there. He had 21 points. But Rockridge, though, would hit a long shot, as you'll see here, but it would be West Hancock emerging in this game 61-53, and they would go on to play the winner of this next game.
Illini West or Canton. It was all about Illini West in this game. Starts off with Braden Carroll with a beautiful assist right here to Ethan Neely. Neely having himself a pretty good day, cleaning up easy buckets. The bigger story, though, Brody Gronwald in the day. He had 25 points, 7 rebounds, unstoppable today as Illini West would advance and take on West Hancock. 55-53 your win there. And tonight, with Paxton Harmon getting hurt, it was Illini West getting the victory over West Hancock for 5th place. 51-38 was your final there. Earlier in the day, Pittsfield Central going at it for a chance to play in the consolation bracket game. This was a dandy matchup. Came down to a final shot. Pittsfield trying to get some separation in this game. They're down 1. Wade Smith had himself a pretty good day. Smith right here pulling up and hitting the jumper. Good stuff from him. Pittsfield eventually hangs on to beat Douglas Weiss and company despite the great buzzer beater from Weiss there. It would be Pittsfield winning 29-28. Pittsfield goes on to win the consolation championship as well, beating Abingdon 55-37 behind 30 points from Wade Smith. You've got girls action tonight.
Beardstown Lady Tiger Classic. West Central against Canton for a berth in the title game. And here's Abby Lashmet with 2 on the inside there. But West Central trying to work back from a deficit. Canton, really nice ball movement. They just kind of got scoring from all over the floor. You'll see Lashmet again here. But Canton able to pull away big time in the 4th quarter. They will move on to the tournament title game with a 59-30 win over West Central earlier today.
Other scores from the Lady Tiger Classic today included West Hancock. What a tournament they've had as they advance to the 5th place game tomorrow, beating Macomb 57-51. Also today, Illini West bounces back big over Payson of Liberty, or Liberty Payson, if you will, 43-18. South Fulton, no match for Route today. Alyssa Gard with 20 points in that ball game. Rushville Industry down by Beardstown, 48-39. Brown County gets another big game from Vanessa Markert, 22 points in that win over Abingdon, and Unity a winner over Triopia, 43-30. Let us take you now to the Highland tournament tonight. Hannibal taking on Clark County. Good early start for the Lady Pirates in this game. They were hot. Teresa Sheffer, hottest among them with the 3 early. And then it's Melanie Blaze doing what few posts can do, looking like a guard right here. Swipe away. She's going to go floor length and get the bucket at the other end. Eventually, Clark County, which struggled very early, would score some points in the first half. Ugly first half for the Indian offense, though. Taylor Carter with one of the few good early showings for her team. Played much better later, but this game was, basically about Hannibal in the first half as they would build a big lead behind Teresa Sheffer. Back comes Clark County in the second half. They made a good game of it, but Hannibal advances on to the semifinals, or actually, to the semifinals with a win over Clark County. 44-40 was your final there. They would play the winner of Macon and Highland, Ross.
And the host team Highland trying to get going here on their home floor. Audrey Freeman, though, for Macon. Inside, beautiful take there, gets it to go. Later on, it'd be Freeman blocked. Ashlyn Lay is going to finish off this play to Taylor Wiseman. Good stuff there as it'd be
Macon gets a big win. 55-40 is your final there. So those two teams will play. Also playing in the semifinals will be Palmyra, a winner over Canton, 62-27 behind 16 from Megan Hooper. And they'll take on South Shelby, who knocked off Knox County 67-55. The Bowling Green Girls, a winner today over Moberly, 46-30 was your final. A couple of wrestling scores today to pass along to you. Quincy Notre Dame struggles at Argenta, losing twice to Olney and also losing today to the host squad. Quincy High School, though, finishes much better. They finished 4th out of 21 teams at the Lincoln Tournament, winning a championship at 170 pounds. Dakota Downs, who we believe is now 19-0 on the season. Congratulations to the Blue Devils. Good showing there. Also, congratulations to the Western Illinois women who bury Oakland today to open Summit League play 81-73. Also want to mention Jared Straube from Quincy High finished 2nd today at 120 pounds. We've got a loaded overtime coming up for you tomorrow at 10:30. We'll see you right here for all the fun.